A lot of people ask the question of who's the strongest character in ULC, and that's a totally difficult and complicated question to answer, but this video will finally not answer that question. The strongest ULC character isn't a debate in the slightest, and even if it was, it would probably be one of those three, and the video could probably fit into a short. But the title doesn't say the strongest ULC character now, does it? No, today I'm actually here to analyze probably the best adapted character in ULC, the GOAT, Underswap Papyrus. I've been waiting to talk about this for a while, and since I'm trying to adopt this new video style, this seems like a perfect time to do so. Now when I say best adapted character, I mostly mean characterization. I'll be going off the wiki and... oh, right. The wiki actually sucks ass. You know what? Fine. I'll go off of what most SoundCloud people are doing, because I think Enraged Underswap Papyrus is a pretty cool concept. Now in terms of dialogue, he doesn't really say much. I mean, sure, he has some speech about how utterly worthless you are between phases, but other than that, he's kind of silent, which isn't really a problem. I mean, most ULC characters don't have dialogue either, and those who do, well, their characterization isn't very good. Back to our star. Even though he doesn't have much dialogue, there's a lot to be said about his playstyle. You see, whenever I'm playing Underswap Papyrus, I can't help but notice his playstyle in phase 1. For those who don't know, when you play Underswap Papyrus, you're gonna want to do as much chip damage before phase 2. It is not designed to be aggressive, and most people who do use it like that probably aren't very good at it. The phase is specifically designed to stall as much time as possible, and you can tell too, most of your moves aren't exactly good for far range, and the only move that can deal decent damage without camping is the blasters. Which, quick side note, isn't it interesting how Sans from Undertale uses almost just bones for his first phase and starts using blasters more in its second? It's almost like Papyrus swaps these traits. Just a thought though. Okay, but how does that tie to his character? Well, Underswap Papyrus is obviously based on Undertale Sans, and his character is something that's already been discussed way too much, way too many times. Long story short, he isn't trying to beat you just to make you quit with an overly hard boss fight. Too bad it didn't work for me. Anyway, we can assume that Underswap Papyrus is trying to do something similar. That's why his playstyle is specifically designed to drag out phase 1. Except for him, there is no phase 2. At least, there shouldn't be, because just how Sans starts growing desperate after you reach the halfway point in his fight, Papyrus does too, but in a different way. Now, there's no secret that both probably hate you at this point, but since Papyrus is younger, he's less mature and thus isn't very good at hiding his emotions. So one hit is all it takes for all that rage to spill over and... In phase 2, Papyrus' playstyle changes completely. He goes from dealing chip damage with blasters from full on donking on you, damn! His rage is apparent in his playstyle. He doesn't care about getting hit or even winning at this point. Unlike Sans, who's getting desperate to make you quit the more you progress, Underswap Papyrus is ready to throw hands and get dirty. Desperate to just punch you in that annoying little smiley face, taking his anger on the thing he hates the most. Also, notice how he only uses blasters in only one attack in phase 2? Call back to when I mentioned his traits being the opposite of Sans. Half of his moves are melee and he was compared to Hardtail on release. Have I mentioned no other character in the roster changes playstyle between phases like this? And the fact that they could have done the same thing with Disbelief but they limited themselves by staying as accurate as possible to the original animation is such a missed opportunity. Now rage does obviously die down after a while. The less you have, the weaker you are. So you have to be as quick as possible for the best chances of winning. Once again, contrasting the playstyle of the first phase. And it kinda switches roles between the player and Papyrus a bit too, given it's a strategy to just dodge until his rage dies down. But that's a little far-fetched, and that's why I think Underswap Papyrus is the best adapted character in ULC. Now, all of this could be a huge coincidence, and I'm actually going insane, but I refuse to believe it. If you have any other recommendations on which character I should analyze next, then feel free to tell me in the comments. Just make sure to subscribe to my second channel and just join my Discord server, if you want, of course. Anyway, see you next week, hopefully.